Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick little shameless plug before the video starts. If you like sci-fi or fantasy, go over to our World Flush Studios site. We currently have our series The Masters up. It's kind of like a mix of Dragon Ball Z, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Bleach, the anime. If you like any of that stuff, or all three of those stuff, go ahead and check it out. We have the books up, Revolver and Read the New Cast. We have short stories. We have some merch up as well, stickers, whatnot. On our different sites and everything. There'll be links and everything to buy. So go ahead and check that out. And without further ado, here's the video.
Hello everyone, this is Ace doing another speed art video. Just wanted to talk here as well. This is like the third speed art video I've done. Currently what I'm doing is just doing the rough draft here. I'm drawing Sora. More specifically, Sora and his Nightmare for Christmas, Halloween Town costume. So while I'm drawing here, now I'm doing like the second rough here, getting some details. The first rough was for the posing. Now I'm just doing the second rough, which is getting like the detail down. So while I'm going to be drawing here, I'm also going to be talking because this was something I streamed on Twitch, and something kind of came up while I was streaming this. So I had a viewer during this first part, and they were looking what I was doing, but they were mentioning how they like to draw, but it's not something that they're really good at, and I believe he was even talking about even having like a confidence issue. After the fact, I started thinking about, other artists that I've seen, either met in person, seen on like YouTube or whatever, or just in general, where like new people who are into drawing, or people who are maybe thinking about maybe getting into drawing, and they have this hurdle of having confidence, of not having confidence rather, and just overall, just like that's just like this giant like wall, I guess you would say, where it would like prevent them from actually drawing and actually like enjoying it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a speed art video, because one, a lot of people like this piece I did, and two, I'm just gonna use this opportunity to maybe help you out, help out if you're watching this and you're into art, but maybe you just need a little bit of a push, to get you into drawing more. So if you're that type of person, go ahead and continue watching, and thank you for everyone for watching. So right now I'm getting close to drawing up getting close to the end here of getting all the detail down with my rough drawing here. So I guess the best way to go about doing this is just basically just explaining kind of my experience, what my background is. So I don't know, for the longest time, ever since I want to say I was maybe 7, 8, maybe a little younger than that, I started drawing. I've been drawing a real long time. Now, I don't know, when I was a kid, I just drew just to draw, I never really cared too much. And by the way, I'm also right now, I'm just now I'm doing the line art. The rough is basically all done. Now I'm just getting these clean lines in. So yeah, back to what I was talking about here. So yeah, when I was a kid, I just didn't really care. I just drew just to draw. I just found it fun. For me, for drawing, it's just like an escape. It's like similar to, I wouldn't say any other kind of art form really, or anything else that you would do, in that sense of, I just want to escape. I just want to not think about life right now. I'm gonna play a game. I'm gonna go, I don't know, I'm gonna go camping, whatever have you. I'm gonna play some music. So that's what art is for me, and I know it's the same way for a lot of other people. But also it's just something you just enjoy doing, really. Like I love drawing. But when I was a kid though, I didn't care to draw. I just drew, just to have fun with it. And it was like that for a long time. I never really took it seriously. Even when I came up with the decision to be an artist, as like my life goal, I wanted to get into like game art. So even when I went to college and stuff, and even when I was learning how to draw in like high school, like I guess in high school I wasn't really learning, I was more just drawing just to draw again, but I was taking it slightly more seriously in high school, and I took it even more seriously in college, but not enough to like improve really, just maybe improve a little bit, just so I can say that I can draw and I can actually like show everyone, hey, look, I can draw, and it looks pretty good. But I didn't care if it was like amazing or anything, I just didn't have that drive, enough of a drive to do that. I honestly, taking drawing seriously wasn't until after college. But once I did, like and that's one reason why is because I started to realize that as an adult, it's actually kind of easier to draw than as like an art form. At least in my experience, like, because I also do a 3D art, but if for some reason it takes me longer to do than a normal like 2D piece of art, normally anyways. And so I don't know, I just started to get more appreciation of it as I got older. So now I've been doing a lot more 2D art than 3D art. I still do 3D art. I'm not, I haven't completely abandoned it, but yeah, like even when I was in school learning, like, I didn't, I started to care. I started to, take more into consideration. I even like studied an artist. I studied like actually multiple artists. I studied one of my favorite artists is Tetsuya Nomura. Sorry, say it weird. So he he's a creator of Kingdom Hearts, and he's also a character artist for some Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy 7, 10, things like that. And so I studied him, and that actually made me improve a lot. I did that in college, and that my improvement kind of skyrocketed. And then, after college, I started getting more into drawing. I would, I look at some YouTube videos. I would watch other artists on YouTube draw. I would watch live streamers, people who live stream art. That's what got me into live streaming art too, or just doing speed art videos, just watching other people kind of do that stuff. And as along the way, I proved, like, looking at when I was studying Tetsuya Nomura, I'm just terrible at saying that fast. Tetsuya Nomura, I learned how to draw with detail, and when I was watching live streamers, actually even more recently, I learned, I learned about layer masking, like using a layer mask as a means of not going inside the lines, but you color, and you're gonna see that here in a little bit coming up. I'm still working on the line art here, but I'm finishing up here. Because before I was not doing that, like when it come to coloring. Even when I was a kid, like up until I was learning from Nomura, I was not, drawing with a lot of details. Just like drawing enough to like, okay, here's the point, get the point across. But we add detail, makes it a lot better, obviously. And then learning from from my teachers and stuff, I learned about how to draw in detail, how to draw not to be too, because I was taught Western. More West style, but I know on the side I was learning like Japanese as well, which I felt also made me improve overall as an artist, I feel. So I kind of combined the two to come up with my own little art style. So I have this Western Japanese type of art style, and so I've been sticking with it. Like I know that it's not the greatest thing in the world. I know that there's artists that do way better than me, but I just feel that that's just because of my art style. Like I don't mind the fact that I don't draw super realistic or anything. Maybe one day, I am working towards maybe aiming to be more realistic, but right now I'm kind of more towards a non-realistic cartoony look. I'm fine with that for now. But yeah, like that's just kind of what I did to kind of help improve myself. And so I guess as a and this is what I'm doing right now. But I was talking about doing layer masking. So right now I'm doing all my layer masking right now, all my layer masks. That's why everything's in grayscale. And then this is going to be like, basically what it does is like a cutout. So it's like I'm basically drawing in, okay, everything right here, that's going to be one little layer. So anything that's going to get cut in, going to be used as a clip-in mask, not layer mask, a clip-in mask, sorry. Clip-in mask. Anything that's going to be used as clip-in mask is going to show wherever this black layer is, or wherever this gray layer is. Anything, if that top layer, it goes beyond that black layer, it's not going to be shown. And that's basically a way of making sure that I don't go outside the lines. And so I have a little more freedom, and I'm not sitting there zooming in and getting all the edges. Now I did have to do it with this piece, unfortunately, because it didn't really cover the whole thing. But most of the time I'm able just to basically fill in a little section of the drawing with a layer and call it good. And I learned that from watching a streamer. Like I literally watched a live streamer, and I saw that he did that. He goes by the name of Zoomy. Definitely check him out. He's on Twitch. Yeah, I basically, just because of that, like I'm now able to get my drawings done a little quicker. I don't have to sit there and get really close and make sure I'm not going outside the line and everything. Made it a whole lot easier, and more proficient and kind of more professional looking, I guess. And I think I'm just finishing up here. I'm gonna start adding some colors in now. So yeah, I guess if you're starting out, this is how I would suggest going about getting into art. So first start out with, I would go as cheap as possible, because being an artist is really expensive. It is. So my suggestion would be first to go down to like a department store, go down to an art store, I guess more specifically an art store, and then just get like a piece of paper or a sketchbook, more preferably. Get a pencil, an eraser, maybe a pencil sharpener. Get a sketch pencil too. Don't get like a number 2. Number 2s are really, I guess they're good for like doodling, if you want to doodle. But when it comes to drawing, it's not the best thing to be drawing with. I learned that the hard way when I was like, it feels a little tougher. When you get an actual sketch pencil, you're drawing with something that was meant to be, meant for drawing, meant for sketching. So do that, and then just, I don't know, I would suggest either maybe go on YouTube. There's plenty of videos, tutorial videos on there. You can take a little step further. You can maybe reach out to like a teacher or a friend maybe that'll want to help you out, like personally. If you want to go even further than that, you can do what I did, go to college, go to a school. But yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do, however you want to go about learning, because obviously you're not gonna just learn on your own. You need someone to teach you, someone to tell you, hey, this is what you can do to improve, or what have you. Yeah, I mean, you basically just learn the fundamentals. You learn some techniques. There's no wrong way of drawing. There really isn't. I think that's another thing that people get scared of, is when they try and draw, they're like, oh, I don't think I'm doing it right, and things like that. It's like, no, there's really no wrong way of doing it. I mean, there's definitely better ways of doing something than other ways. Like I had mentioned about the like I mentioned about like different techniques and stuff, like for instance, what I was talking about, like the whole doing all my base colors and everything. The way I was doing it wasn't wrong. It's just there were better ways of doing it, which was again turn the clip-in mask. Like that was the better way of getting your base colors done. And so I'm never gonna go back and do what I did ever again, because it takes way too long. So there's, like I said, there's no wrong way. There's always better ways. There's better techniques of getting things done. And so yeah, I mean, and it doesn't have to. This doesn't just pertain to drawing either. All this advice, it also pertains to like painting, because painting is really close to drawn. No, I do painting digitally, yes, but I don't like when, at the end of the day, I have it drawn with painted colors. That's basically essentially what I'm doing. So I do use like some painting techniques, but for the most part, it's just a drawing at the end of the day. So yeah, so basically, going back to what I said, so yeah, going to a store, getting like a pencil, some sort of piece of paper, or a bunch of paper rather, or get a sketchbook or something, and just draw. Have someone teach you if you want, and then just draw. Draw every day. And now, I've been hearing this lately about how drawing every day is not a good piece of advice, when I actually think it is, to an extent. Now, if you just tell somebody, hey, just draw every day, okay, that is, just saying that is bad advice. I would agree with that. But, you know, draw every day, but take what you've learned. So have someone teach you, you know, take what you've learned, and then just, you know, apply it to your own work. Apply it to, you know, try and get better on your own. You know, have someone teach you the techniques. Have someone teach you about line weight and coloring, and, you know, do some color theory, learn anatomy, things like that. You know, and apply that all, because that's what I did. That's what a lot of our artists have done. Because they don't draw exactly the way that their teachers, you know, have told them to draw. I mean, they keep some of that in their mind, but then they start, well, I want to go this way with it, and that's completely fine. And that's what you got to do. You just gotta, and that's what I'm saying is, you gotta get over that hurdle. You know, just draw. You know, if you're trying to draw but you're stuck, just do it. You know, and don't let the fear of getting something done, like, don't let the fear of getting something done in a crappy way affect that. You know what I mean? Just do it. Just gotta keep swimming, like Dory says in Finding Nemo. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I've been doing the shading. Base color's already done, and the lighting, rather, not shading, the lighting. I say lighting because I have the lights, the light colors and the dark colors that represent the overall lighting. That's why I call it lighting. So because I used to do it like two different separate layers, but. And here I'm just doing the pumpkin and finishing up here. So yeah, I mean, overall, just keep doing it, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. Again, the only reason why I say that, don't spend a lot of money, is because that, I would prefer you not to spend a bunch of money on getting equipment or, you know, the stuff that you need to draw, just for you not to like it, and then you just waste a bunch of money that you need. You know, I would say only spend a lot of money if it's something that you absolutely feel that you're going to be doing. And even me, like, I started off with just a sketchbook and paper, and I was doing that for a long time. Like, I didn't even want to do digital. I only went digital in college after I was I just kept seeing it. I kept seeing, like, the stuff that you could do with it, and I was kind of turned on by it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and I tried it, and I went like really cheap. I went with a little $200 little digital sketch pad. I got not a sketch pad, but a little drawing tablet, and I just drew. And then now I'm using a little monitor, a little $200 drawing monitor, which I feel is even better, because you can actually look at where you're drawing instead of just drawing but not looking at where you're drawing at. So I find it pretty good. But yeah, I hope this kind of helped here, guys. Hope you like this piece. I will be doing more in the future. Again, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm doing commissions. So if you're somebody that doesn't want to draw but maybe wants to have me draw you something, you can go ahead and reach out to me. You can send me a gig, send me an order, place an order on my gig. Sorry. Over at Fiverr. I got a link down the bottom there. But thank you so much for watching, guys. And also, if you want to see more of me drawing, you can follow me over at Twitch. I do this live. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.